My name's Zio, and this past month I did something a little bit crazy. So, what am I on about? Well, I streamed every day throughout the month of October. I know, this is small potatoes for folks who've been doing this on the daily for a while. So, what was the impetus for me embarking on such a crazy journey? I've heard of people doing pretty well with these things, so I figured I'd try it myself. In addition to the stuff that came out on NGS, there were two other games I'd been looking forward to that month. Blue Protocol Star Resonance and Final Fantasy Tactics The Evil East Chronicles. The latter came out on September 30th, but it might as well have been October. There were definitely plenty of things to showcase between all three games, so I pretty much bounced between these three games the whole time. I was pretty gung-ho about it during the first week or so. The streams more or less followed their usual patterns. Things would start off pretty slow and then pick up during the latter half. There would be maybe one or two people for the first 45 minutes. Sometimes folks will come in and chat, other times it'd be empty for about an hour and change. Sometimes I'd see 5 or 6 names in chat, but Twitch would show 1, 2, or even 0. But we'll wrap back around to that in a bit. These are the streams that just seem to drag on forever. Like, minutes would feel like hours. I'd struggle to find something to talk about in the game or whatever popped into my head. Maintaining the constant word salad while keeping a certain energy level is a lot harder than I think people realize. And then sometimes I would hear this sound. It usually scares the shit out of me and I'm like, whoa, thanks for the raid. And then after asking how the stream went, I'd go into my usual post-raid spiel. Those of y'all coming in here from so-and-so's stream, let me extend to you a warm welcome. I am your host, Zio Mantic. First name Zio, last name Mantic. Okay, not really. But of course you can just call me Zio. After about the second week or so, it started to take its toll on me. After every stream, I'd get an email from Twitch showing how I did metrics-wise. I would see average viewers, 3.5, 4.0, 5.5, 2.5, 3.5, 5.0, 22, 28. Oh yeah, I had events those days. A lot of those 5s and 6s would have been 2s and 3s if a raid hadn't happened. It really started to wear on me by around week 3, and there were days where I would be just like, fuck, do I really have to stream? It was like that iconic scene from Mega Man X4. If you played the game, I think you know where I'm going with this.
No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What? What am I fighting for?
There were days where I just really wanted to tap out. And looking back, it really started to show with how I carried myself on stream. It made me start to think I'm not cut out for this shit, that maybe I should just do the events I promised to do this month and whatever else next month, and then after the first of the year just hang it up altogether. There were a few folks who showed up whenever they could, and they really helped keep me going. If not for them, I definitely would have given up. So here's the breakdown for the month of October. 7.5 average viewers, that number people obsess over. My lowest month this year, when I'm usually in the low to mid-teens. Not terrible, but not the greatest. The spikes you see are from the events. Most of the super lowball streams were from Blue Protocol, and a few were from PSO2, and that's a game where I should normally do very well. So it got me to thinking, how much of this is me? And how much of this can be chalked up to external factors? You know, state of the game, state of the website. YouTube wants to be the next Netflix. Twitch used to be about gaming. Now it's the E-Thought Truman Show with retarded Sims keeping it afloat. Okay, I see you gasping over there that last sentence. 99 times out of 100 it's not even aimed at someone with an actual learning disability. It was used in medical documentation for decades until 2010 when Barack Obama signed Rose's Law. Anyway, moving on. Now don't get it twisted, there are plenty of good, honorable, hard-working female streamers out there, and I know a few of them. I'm not talking about them here. These girls come on there like boing boing boing, and these dudes whip out their credit cards. A lot of these girls pretend to be single to give these guys the illusion that they have a chance while they're getting railed by their manager. What can I say? Sex sells, always has. I imagine a lot of these gals will turn into psychotic why-nots addicted to SSRIs while living in apartments that smell like cat piss. They should probably collaborate with Peter Vella and Purina Cat Chow. Then I guess Twitch changed their system of how they count viewers in order to combat view bots. You see the posts on social media about these streamers who would have like 30 or 40 average viewers and get nerfed all the way down to like 9 or 10. They've also had some controversies in the past few months. A lot of really bad shit has come out about some of their top streamers, and then you had the whole Emiru incident at TwitchCon. She might sue them, but it wouldn't surprise me if they end up settling out of court. And if you've been following the news lately, both YouTube and Twitch had some pretty massive layoffs. As for what I could do better, maybe I could try the whole networking and collaboration thing. Maybe save the liquor for non-stream days. I guess it's okay when I'm just hanging out and messing around on Discord with friends. Not so much when I'm doing something that I should be treating like a business. Maybe if I'm getting super tilted by something, just pivot to something else, whether it's in that same game or another game altogether. I've also considered moving my start time up an hour. Normally I start at 7 Pacific, which is 10 PM Eastern. A good chunk of my viewer base is EST, and by the time I go live, they're mostly getting their pajamas on, brushing their teeth, getting ready for bed. It might give those folks more chances to show up. It might also open the door for more raids from folks who probably have to go to work the next day. I'll definitely try all this and see if things improve. As for the whole networking collaboration thing, I don't know. I hate going to people for that shit. Those are just some things within my control. So what would I have done differently? I would have plowed through FF Tactics that first week. I probably would have done more 50-50 streams of PSO2 and Blue Protocol. Those always seem to do okay. It hasn't been all gloom and doom though. It gave me a better appreciation of the folks who do this on the daily. It also gave me a better appreciation for the folks who are there by my side during this crazy journey. I just want to do my best to inform and entertain people and make their lives better. I also want to expand that reach and make the most of however much time I have left in this season of my life, even in the face of moribund online anime, RPG, and platform shenanigans. So huge shout out to everyone who was with me during this crazy adventure. Would I do it again? Probably not. Anyway, that's a wrap. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, to the notes all be true. Until next time, farewell.